when it comes to certain things like SAO Rising Steel or like whatever, because like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like the first thing that you come in that you do when you come into a live stream, do you have an account I could use? Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. What is that nonsense? Like, okay, I get it. Like, you like the game, I like the game. We all like the game and stuff like that, but just kind of like have a little tact, bro. Like, how about you say hi first? Like, at least buy me a drink before you try to take me to bed, you know? That's like the rule for anything, right? It's like you go to a bar, right? You go to a bar, you see a beautiful woman, and you're like, you want to go to bed with me? Like, you don't even like try to give her reasons why you're her type or like attractive enough or whatever, like for her to spend the night with you type of deal. Instead, you just like go straight for it, right? So that's Daniel. That's exactly what you just did. You're like, hi, do you have a good spare account? Bro, come on. Come on. Anyways, guys, today's like I was gonna do this as a video, but I'm a little lazy sometimes. I mean, like when I'm in the zone for things, I'm not lazy, but a lot of times I will try to take the easy way out for things. And so the easiest way for me to do this video is to just do it as a live stream type of deal. So that's what I'm doing. And, whoever wants to watch it, they can watch it. Whoever wants to hang out, they can hang out. For me, this is like it just something I've been thinking about a lot lately. And honestly, I've been thinking about it for like well over a year. It's not even like that this just kind of spur the moment type of deal. Like, I've been thinking about it for like well over a year, how I could really use an editor on the channel, and that way, like, it frees up a lot of my time. But I'm not in a, here's the problem, like, I'm not in a position to pay somebody for their, to do editing and stuff like that. And that's what kind of hurts me a little bit, because like I don't want somebody to work for free. I don't like that, because it's not fair that they would be using their skill set and essentially working for free. I don't do that, and I wouldn't want to do that for anybody else. So that's kind of like what's prompting this here. Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate it on this Saturday afternoon for me. Like, it's 12:40 for me, but that's what I've been thinking about a lot. And again, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I want to grow. I want the channel to grow. Of course I do. Like, of course, I want to continue to grow on with the channel. I want to do more. Like, that's a weird thing to say, because I do a lot, and I kind of like overburden myself with a lot of the stuff. Doing the sponsored streams, doing the video game reviews. I do have help with the video game reviews, but then it's still like me doing the editing portions of that. And that's where it comes in. It's like I don't have enough time for it, and I would really, really like to. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff recorded, but I haven't had the time to edit it, and that's what really bothers me. That's what I would like to kind of fix moving forward. Because like I'm pushing on to my 3rd year on YouTube and Twitch, and I want to do more. I want to do more with the channel. I want to play more games, and if I'm taking the time to record, edit, upload, then do the thumbnails and all that stuff, then it takes time away from what I would like to be doing, which is playing video games for you guys, making content, and as well as having some time to spend with my family. You know, like I've been pushing myself a lot lately to where like these past, I would say since October, it's been really difficult for me to keep up with everything the way that I would like to. And it does hurt. It hurts because, again, like I would love to be able to do things like this in a way where it doesn't interfere with my everyday life. Ronnie, what's going on? And it's not anything like, I'm not complaining, so to speak, because that's not what this is about. This is more, how can I put this in a way that that doesn't sound like a complaint, because it's not a complaint. It's a drive. It's a need to want to be better on the platform and to do more on the platform. Because again, I'm going on my 3rd year, and not that I'm not growing, I am growing. The channel is growing. I just want to do more. Ronnie, I'm glad you're here, Ronnie. My ideal editor, if I'm going to be 100% honest with all of you guys, my ideal editor would be my cousin Ronnie. News to astonish. My cousin Ronnie would be my ideal editor. I'm just at a point, I can't afford to pay an editor. And it's wrong of me to ask somebody to put in that kind of work. What's happening? It's not anything bad. I'm just kind of like speaking my thoughts type of deal. So, to give an example, I have videos that I've recorded for games like Trails of Cold Steel, for Doki Doki Literature Club, for a bunch of other games that I don't have time to edit, and on top of editing, then to upload, because my upload speed is atrocious where I live. Like I have 2 megabits per second upload speed, which is really bad in the grand scheme of things for YouTube. That is really bad. It takes me forever to upload. For the podcast that we do, it takes me forever to upload those podcasts, because after editing the podcast and rendering it, the size of the podcast come out to well over 10 gigabytes of data to then upload to YouTube on a 2 megabit per second upload speed. You know how long it takes to upload a podcast for me? If we record the podcast on a Sunday, it takes me until Wednesday to finish uploading that podcast. That's how long it takes me. It takes me two days, because Wednesday morning it's ready to go for me to do my thumbnails and all that stuff, and then I can publish it. 2 days in order to upload a podcast. That's after editing it, because I'll sit there for about, so we record the podcast. The podcast is about an hour and a half long, and I'll sit there editing the podcast, and it'll take me like another 2 hours, maybe 3 hours to edit it, and then start the uploading process. So it's that just by itself is a long time. And then what happens is that while I'm uploading, I can't live stream, because it's taking up all of my upload speed to be able to upload the video to YouTube. So I can't live stream while I'm updating. That's why usually I'll upload like while I'm sleeping. I'll record everything, I'll edit everything, and I'll set it to upload overnight while I'm sleeping. And if it's small videos, like 10-minute videos or whatever, then you know, those 10-minute videos that I upload for like whatever game it is, Rising Steel or whatever, those usually get uploaded within like 45 minutes to an hour. And that's a 10-minute video. So an hour and a half, but that is 10 gigabytes large, takes me until Wednesday. Because what then I have to do is I have to pause the upload so I can live stream and stuff like that, and it's really bad. It's really bad for me. You have 30 megabits per second. Yeah, see, I don't have speed like that in my area. And that's just the uploading portion of it. That's not even getting to the editing. Like I said, I mean, I have videos that I have not edited. I haven't uploaded and published for you guys because it's not because it doesn't get the views or whatever that I would like it to. I don't really care about that. I have fun playing the games and everything, but then I get burned out. So, like, my intention for Trails of Cold Steel 3 was to upload the entire game of Trails of Cold Steel 3 in playthrough increments, like, you know, 30, 45 minute videos, me playing Trails of Cold Steel 3, and I couldn't do it. Like, I got overwhelmed with everything, like doing the gameplay with the audio commentary while I'm playing it, and then editing out like the boring parts or whatever. And then after I finish editing it, it's a massive file because, you know, I render it in high quality, 1080 60 frames per second. Not even 4K. I can't even imagine trying to upload a 4K video where I live. It would be insane. It would be insane because if an hour long video for me is 10 gigabytes and it takes me until Wednesday, I can just imagine what a 4K video would be. And that's not to say that I can't render in 4K. Yeah, I can render in 4K. I can create a 4K video using my computer. I just can't upload that. And that's the thing, MJ. I don't have another internet service provider in my area. Where I live, I don't have Comcast or anything like that. Like, I have CenturyLink, and the fastest that they have in my area is 25 down, 2 up. So I just have no way to do it. If I lived in the city, like if I lived closer to the city, then I could have Comcast and I could have, you know, a much faster internet speed. Hell, even CenturyLink closer to the city has better internet, which is not what I have right now. Yes, you did hear me say Doki Doki Literature Club. I have videos, like I said, I have videos recorded for Doki Doki, just not edited and uploaded because I haven't had the time for it. It's just sitting on in my files. Like, I've uploaded, I think, like 3 Doki Doki videos of me playing the game, and I still have like another 2 or 3 videos that I haven't uploaded yet. And then Trails of Cold Steel 3, like I said, I have probably another 4 or 5 videos that I've recorded but not been able to edit and upload for you guys. And that's not even including the video game reviews that I do. Like, I right now I just feel overwhelmed that I don't have help for things. Like, I have one person helping me, which is Zelos, and he's helping me do video game reviews. So, like, the overflow that I get, I send over to him, and he'll play through the game, he'll do his review, and then he'll record gameplay, and he will send me the gameplay footage as well as his review for me to edit and then upload. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And the thing is, like, he's got 4 games that I've sent him. I've got 5 games. And these are games that get sent to us from companies. So he's got 4 games that I've sent over to him to play through. Myself, I have 5 games that I need to play and review, and then I have 2 sponsored live streams that I have to do, and it just kind of it's very overwhelming for me, and I don't have the resources or the help to take care of this. And this is a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not complaining. It's a good problem to have because I'm at the point where I'm busy enough that I can, or I'm fortunate enough because I've worked hard to be able to get to this point, but at the same time, I don't have the revenue to be able to pay an editor. And that's where I'm like kind of stuck. 25 down, 2 up. Yeah, that's what I got. In India, up is always more than down, but they say it's 30 up and down for me, and I get 40 up. Yes, you know, I don't have that. My internet costs $45 a month. That's US dollars, $45 a month, which is it's not a bad price, but for what I'm getting is not the greatest. That's just what I have in my area. Like, I could get Comcast for $45 a month if I lived in the city and get much faster internet than what I have. But I just don't have that available. I just don't. Because over here, in the US, internet is controlled by your local government. So like your county government is what controls it, the city. So the city says, okay, they can build lines or dig and start putting in lines to go into whatever areas. Like the companies or the county is what tells the companies like Comcast or CenturyLink or AT&T, okay, you're allowed to dig and build and provide internet for this area. Unfortunately, for whatever goddamn reason, the county that I live in is not allowing Comcast to come over here. We're stuck with CenturyLink, and then for whatever reason, CenturyLink doesn't want to put in the fiber optic lines in my area. When like they say that it's too expensive to be able to put in fiber optic lines over here in this area, but the technicians try to, like, they're trying to even convince them to be able to be like, hey, you know, it might be expensive at first to dig and put the fiber optic lines and all of that stuff, but in the long run, people are going to pay for it. You're going to make your money back. Because where I live, we have a population of 100,000 people in my area, and that's a lot of people. But I see the problem that we're spread out, because where I live, it's more of like a rural area. It's not an urban area, so it's rough because they would have to put a lot of lines. But I mean, they could start small in the more populated areas, which I'm in the more populated area of the rural area where I live. So they could put the lines out here, but they say it's too expensive. They don't want to do it. Instead, we're running on DSL. Yes, I have DSL. That's why my upload speed is so crappy, because I'm on DSL. That's why I have 25 down and 5 up, or 2 up, because I'm on DSL. I'm on internet that was fast back in 2002. Like, this is not this is not good internet at all, like in the slightest. And that's, if I had faster internet, it would help a lot, but I don't. So I'm just have to deal with what I have to deal with. And then the other problem is, again, like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't have an editor, and the other problem is I don't have the resources to pay an editor to be able to do this. And I said it before, like, my ideal editor would be my cousin Ronnie from News to Astonish, because he went to school for video production and for all of that stuff. Like, that's what he went to school for. And he's a fantastic editor. If you've never seen his videos, my cousin Ronnie from News to Astonish, he does a fantastic job at editing videos. And I would love to have him edit my videos, but I wouldn't be able to pay him. And that's my problem. Like, I have this stipulation where it's like, I don't want people to work for free. Like, Zelos, I feel bad enough that he's working for me for free, essentially. I mean, like, he says he doesn't mind because he gets paid in video games. So he says he's more than happy to do that. But at the same time, I still feel bad that I can't pay him. And when I get to the point where I'm able to pay Like when I get to the point that I'm making enough money doing this so I can pay him, I will be more than happy to pay him. And I will be more than happy to give him like back pay if at all possible, because he deserves it. Like he's done a lot of work, and he's taken a lot of my he's taken a lot of my overflow, you know. And that's the thing. Like if you needed to, could, but I don't see, that's the thing. Like I don't want to hire for free. Like I don't want somebody to be working for free. It's a lot of work. So, and then the other thing too is like I gotta trust the person. You know, I gotta trust them, because they would be uploading directly to the channel once the how can I put it? Once the video is done editing, they gotta upload directly to the channel, or they send it back to me through Google Drive and I download it, because I can download a video fast enough. That's not the problem. The problem is the uploading. But if somebody's editing and I download it and then I upload it to YouTube, I mean, again, I can do that overnight, but the editing is the problem. That's where, like, if I had that help, it would relieve a lot of the problems. You know, that's where I'm at right now. And like, hell, maybe I see, I don't even like doing this, where it's like, okay, I'm paying, like I said, I'm paying Zelos in video games is how he puts it. Like, even if I do that with an editor, I still don't feel like it's sufficient enough. Like if I'm like, oh, well, let me give you at least a game a month type of deal, because you have to imagine, like I had to dial back the amount of videos that I do a day, because it's too much. Like, I was doing 2-3 videos a day plus live streaming, and it's rough, because if you think about it, then if I have somebody else editing the videos, because again, then I'm uploading the video to Google Drive for the other person to then download it, and then they send it back to me, and then I gotta upload again. That's like double uploads for me. So I would have to trust them enough to be able to then upload directly from their computer to my YouTube channel. And that's where it starts to become a little bit of a tricky situation, because I have to be able to trust the person 100% in order to do that. You know? That way, like, I don't feel like, you know, somebody's gonna screw me over, because they get upset at me or whatever. I don't know. It's a tough kind of situation, but it's something that I need for sure. It is something that I need for sure. And like, I've joked around with Zelos before. I'm like, hey, what do you think about moving to Florida? Like, I can't pay you to move to Florida, but what do you think about moving to Florida? You know, I've joked around like that, but in a sense, I'm kind of like for real, because the other thing too is like, something that I want to do with the channel is, think about it like this. I would love to be like Linus Media Group, like Linus Tech Tips. I would love to be like that, but for gaming. That would be fantastic, to have a media group with people that I'm working with, people that I trust, you know, that then I can pay them, and I have a company to be able to do stuff like this, where like I'm doing video game reviews, I'm doing live streams, and it'll still be personable. You know, it'll still be personable. Like, you'll still see me, and I'll still interact with everybody and stuff like that. But there'd be people working behind the scenes to be able to bring everything to life. And that's something that I want to be working towards. So that way, we would all be working hard to be able to do all of the things that we love doing. And like, you would, you know, from time to time, you have, like, I upload videos, like I said, video game reviews. That's not me, it's Zelos. And that's the things, like, I still want to do stuff like that. So if I had a group of people to work with, then, you know, somebody would be editing, and like other people would be recording video game reviews and stuff like that, and we would stay busy type of deal. Because at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. I am a businessman, 100%. That's what I not grew up around. That's how I work. That's my mentality is business, because that's what I've done for years, working in insurance and working as management in retail and everything like that. Like I've been doing business, and that's what I see this as. That's what I'm looking at YouTube and Twitch and all the live streaming, because I'm constantly promoting myself. I'm constantly pushing myself, trying to get sponsors, trying to get companies to work with, so I can do product reviews and video game reviews and all that stuff. And I would love to be able to grow the channel to that point where, I have a group of people that we can work together, and I can pay them as the channel grows and stuff like that. But it's rough. It's rough. You could always stream the video for you or upload as a private video for you to check before it goes live. Yes, but that's not the thing that I was referring to as like I would have to trust them to upload it, because they could upload it, and like of course I would tell them to upload it as and not publish it, because I would want to see it. When I say I have to trust somebody, because they would have access to the channel. That's the problem. They would have access to the channel. They would have access to my emails. They would have access to all of that. That's what's scary. You get what I'm saying? That's where it's like, I don't know. Like, if it was somebody local, it'd be different. Be way different, because then if it was local and I had a studio, then I could build another computer and have that computer being the editing rig and all that stuff. Like I wouldn't have to worry about it, because that'd be my rig, be my computer that they're using for editing, and it'd be in the studio, and I don't have to worry about stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But I don't have the resources to do that right now. Like I've said, if I'm making about $600 a month or more doing content, then I would actually be able to afford a studio. And in that studio, they would have faster internet and all that stuff. Like I wouldn't have to pay for the internet. It would just be then the studio, because everything would be included there. So I could bring my PC and everything. Like I could take it all to the studio and work from there instead of working from home, and we could do everything there. But again, I'm not at that point yet. Like I'm not doing that. I barely scratch, like, even if I'm lucky, $250 right now. That's where I'm getting at, where I don't have the resources for what I want to do. Where I want to hire an editor and stuff like that. You'll move to Florida, Iconic Ian. I see what you're saying, dude. I do see what you're saying. But again, I mean, the thing is that it makes it really difficult to trust somebody to upload directly to my channel. That's where it makes it very, very, very difficult. Like again, I would have to upload it to Google Drive, and then you would then have to upload it back to Google Drive once the editing's done, and yeah, all that stuff. That's where I'm getting at, where it's kind of that's the rough reality of it, is that I don't know you enough to trust you, and that's anybody that you hire, like as a business owner, as management and all that stuff. That's where it's always the tough situation of things. It is hiring somebody you don't know And then that's why you interview people and figure out, okay, who's going to do the best job, who's going to understand my humor, who's going to understand how the channel is, and things like that. You know, I can see that one really annoying. See what really annoying? Starting a channel on another account where I'm an editor. More than happy to split the schedule. But here's the other situation too, is like if it's somebody else that they run their own channel to, then they're gonna prioritize their own channel over mine. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, my stuff would be kind of on the back burner for things, and that's not what I would want either, because then that's, you know, I understand you would want to be running your own channel and growing your own stuff, and that's respectable and understandable, and but that's not what I would want. Like if I had an editor, they would have to be my editor, and that's that like I just can't. Ian, if you want to, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind if you want to show me your edits and stuff like that, dude. I don't mind at all. You know, like, for example, the edits and stuff that I'm talking about would be like video game reviews. They would be for video game playthroughs. They would be for, like, for example, if I'm doing an SAO Rising Steel video, it would be like character showcases and stuff like that. It wouldn't be like the breaking news stuff that I would handle, because that would have to be like the day that it drops. I would have to upload that. When I do video game news, that would be, I would have to handle that. When it's podcasts and stuff, that's what I would need an editor for. So basically, podcasts, video game playthroughs, video game reviews, product reviews, all of that stuff is what I really need the editor for. You know, I would have to, because I mean, the thing is, like, so for example, if I'm doing a video game review, I write a script for that. That's scripted. That's not like off the top of my head. So I have to write a script for the video game review. So that takes time. And then after writing the script, then I have to record the gameplay footage. And then after recording the gameplay footage, I gotta record the footage of me, or the voice tracks for me, so that way, like, the voiceovers with my review and all that stuff. And like, that's where it starts adding up in time. And then I don't have time for anything. Then it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning or later, and I don't have time to spend with my family. I don't have, you know, and then I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and take my kids to school. So that's where it's like, that's where it starts to get overwhelming. It's because I'd like to have a little bit more freedom to do other things, like such as live streaming, to hang out with my family and stuff like that. Like that's the tough part. Because I live stream on average. I've been live streaming for like 2-3 hours. I'd love to live stream longer, because then I get to finish games faster. You know, like Resident Evil 4, where we've been live streaming Resident Evil 4 these past couple days, and those live streams are like 2-3 hours, and that's where it becomes an issue, because Resident Evil 4, if I just sit down and play it, I can play it in one day and be done with it. But because I have to split it through multiple days, it takes longer, and then it takes away from other games that I'd like to be playing as well. You know, I'd love to be able to sit down and play a game for like 6-7 hours on a live stream and have fun with you guys and stuff like that. That's for me an important goal to move forward to. You know, unfortunately, I understand trust is hard to come by with trusting people in the society we live in. Yeah, get the trust part, though you could also measure that by the amount of effort they can put to help you out, even if it's just a bit. They could send you the videos until they gain your trust. And that's true. That is entirely true. That's entirely true. Like I said, this is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Not something that's like recent. You know, I want to be, for recent goals, I want to be hitting 10,000 followers, not followers, 10,000, yeah, followers, 10,000 views per day. But I can't do that. I can't do that with the little output that I currently have. I'd like to cover more games. I can't cover more games because I don't have the freedom to do so. I have so many thoughts and ideas for things that I would love to be able to do, but I just can't. Like, for example, I want to do a what if series for Resident Evil, and I can't do that because I don't have the time. Like, I started to write it, and then I was like, yeah, I don't have the time for this. I don't. Because if I do that, then the writing process is going to take a long time. And then the editing with the gameplay footage that I would want to use, like, it'd be rough. It'd be really tough for me to do all that. And I've never really been like that good at editing anyways. Why not do a little contest where you upload some footage and people have to edit it? Could be fun. Yeah, I mean, it could be. Could be. Imagine YouTube itself has editor login section. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There's a way for me to authorize, I believe, a way for me to authorize other emails that can access my channel. But I don't, because like there's permissions, right? So I can invite somebody like a moderator or a manager. I can invite somebody as a manager to the channel to be able to upload and stuff. So let's see. Actually, there is an editor section. Yes, there is. Can edit everything. Can't add or remove others. Delete videos or the channel, or enter into contracts. But see, now I don't know if the editor can upload videos. But yeah, there is an editor section for permissions. So I mean, I could do that because then it would. How can I put it? It would restrict the person. So I could do something like that. As far as like having a contest to become it, like the thing is that whoever wins the contest would have to understand that I can't afford to pay them right now. Again, I don't make enough on YouTube to be able to pay for it. And I've been wanting to talk to my cousin Ronnie about this because my cousin Ronnie, like I said, I mean, he does fantastic work editing. He could make money just editing videos for people. So that's where it's like, you know, again, my cousin Ronnie, it would be my ideal editor. One, he's family. He knows what he's doing. And two, I trust him 100% with everything. Why would I need an editor? Because I'm overwhelmed with all the stuff that I have to do. Ask him. The thing is, my cousin Ronnie, he has a full-time job. He has his own bills to pay because he has a full-time job. I'm not saying that other people won't have bills to pay, but he has a full-time job, 40 hours a week, and he has his own YouTube channel that he uploads pretty much daily to, and he live streams on it. So I can't ask him to take away from that because that's what he enjoys doing as well. So I can't, in good conscience, I can't ask him to do that. He's already helped me a lot with starting the channel and getting to the point that I'm at right now. And so after 3 years on YouTube, I need to have an editor to relieve some of the pressure that's on me. I really do. Especially with everything that's coming up recently. Oh my god. Like, I'm looking at March. Okay, I'm looking at March, and I'm excited for it, but at the same time, I'm looking at it, and it's like my own doomsday clock. You know, that's what it feels like for me. Is like March feels like a doomsday clock. Like it's counting down to when I'm going to be probably the busiest I've ever been on the channel as far as video games go. And that says a lot considering how busy I was in October and November. Oh my god. I was so busy in October that I had to beat Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 because Part 3 was releasing. And they were sending me a review copy for Trails of Cold Steel 3. I already knew that they were going to send me a review copy for it. So I got the review copy for Trails of Cold Steel 3 3 weeks ahead of time. Like 3 weeks before the game came out. I got the review copy for Trails of Cold Steel 3 on the PS4. And I had to beat Trails of Cold Steel 1, which took me 70 plus hours to beat. And then Trails of Cold Steel 2, which I beat in about 48 hours. I slept maybe 2 hours a day so I could beat Trails of Cold Steel 2. I legit sat there, played through the entirety of Trails of Cold Steel 2 until I decimated that game so I could be ready for Part 3 when it came out. By the time Trails of Cold Steel 3 came out, I was burned out. I burned myself out because I had done like epilogue videos of Trails of Cold Steel 2 in preparation for Trails of Cold Steel 3. Then once I finally finished Trails of Cold Steel 2 and I started playing Trails of Cold Steel 3, I was recording videos to have gameplay footage to be ready to upload once the embargo lifted for me to do that, as well as play enough of the game to do my review to publish when the embargo lifted. So by the time the embargo lifted and I had already uploaded all of this stuff and started publishing the videos for it, I was burned out that I just I couldn't do it anymore as far as as far as editing the rest of those videos. So I was so burned out, I didn't even want to look at Trails of Cold Steel 3 anymore, regardless of how much I actually enjoyed the game. So that was just one series of a game, because then that was in October, because we had Atelier Ryza drop. I had Atelier Lulu, was I think in June. Then at the end of September, it started getting busy. We had Atelier Ryza, Outer Worlds, Death Stranding, Trails of Cold Steel. Like, I got so overworked. And I think that's when I brought Zelos along. And I asked him if he could help me with this, because he has the same love of video games that I do. And the type of video games that he plays, I play. So we have a lot of the same views when it comes to certain video games. So it was an easy, kind of like an easy win for me to ask him to help me out, because it, again, like his thoughts and stuff like that for games were pretty much the same as mine. So now, like I said, now it's coming, like we're coming up to March, and that's like doomsday for me, because We have Fairy Tail, I think, is coming out in March. I don't even remember at this point. We have Fairy Tail coming out in March. We have Persona 5 Royal coming out at the end of March. Then in April, we have Resident Evil 3 Remake, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And then that's not even counting all the games that are going to be sent over to me for video game reviews and stuff like that. Which then I have to hand off to Zelos to be able to take care of it. And I just can't... like, he's going to get overwhelmed on top of me getting overwhelmed. And then both of us are going to be like, God damn it. And then we're both going to be overwhelmed. You know, that's where it is right now. And it's a good problem to have. It's not a bad problem to have. It's a very, very good problem to have. Because as a content creator, as a business owner and all that stuff, that is a very good problem to have, where you are overworked and you need to bring in outside help to relieve the load that you have. But my problem is that I don't make the revenue to pay for that service. And that's where it comes into problem. It's a problem too, not just only being able to edit at home if that person doesn't carry a laptop around with them as well as the time zones. Yeah, well, I mean, time zones and stuff like that doesn't really matter so much. That really doesn't really affect much of anything. Because they can be in another time zone, and when they're done, they just upload it, and that's it. They just don't publish it, but they upload it. The basic stuff's not that hard to edit, to be honest. It's not. That's not the point. That's not the point. It takes time, though. It takes time. And I don't want it to be a basic edit. If I want it to be a basic edit, then screw it. I just won't edit it. Like, I'll keep doing retakes until I get it right, and then just be done with that. Like, I can do basic edits with just OBS being able to pause recording videos these days. But that's not what I want. I want real edits. I want, somebody who can edit properly, who understands the humor that I have. Because, I mean, like, I have kind of like a little bit of a dry humor. So, that's something that they would need to understand too. And, to then have a powerful enough computer to render at least 1080, 60 frames per second, high quality, like, and then be able to upload it to YouTube. That's where I'm at. Because then it would free up my time. I would play Mass Effect 3 way too much, like 18 hours of gameplay, and redo over. And again, it took so long for me to get burned out of the game. Jeez, I miss that game so much. I have Mass Effect here. I have the Mass Effect trilogy right here. And, like, I would love to play it. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I would love to have the time. If I could free up my time to be able to live stream for 6 to 8 hours a day, you know how many games I'd be able to finish? Like, I would be able to plow through these games. And then games like the Resident Evil, I finish in one sitting anyways. But then games like Outer Worlds, right? Where this is like a 50-hour plus game, and that's not including all the side stuff. Like, and then the replay value in it. Like, I would have loved to have done a replay of Outer Worlds, but I don't have the time to do that. Because then also, like, keeping up with some of the staples on the channel, like Rising Steel is a staple on the channel right now. It would take away from live streaming that. And then the sponsorship, or the sponsored live streams that I have to do, which I've been putting off. Like, I have 2 sponsored live streams that I have to do. I have 2 of them, and I haven't done them yet. I'm running out of time on one. The other one I should have done like a week ago. That's what I'm getting at. Not to mention, like, I have 2 kids. Like, you have to keep that in mind, that I have a family. My kids take up a lot of my time. Like, right now they're having lunch. So most of the time when I'm live streaming or recording, they're asleep. Like, it's really difficult for me to usually record or live stream when they're awake, at night, because they're, they're loud and it gets picked up on the microphone and stuff like that. And then they tend to come in here and need my help or want my attention for things. And, my duties as a father comes before everything else. That my duties as a father, as a husband, come before everything else. Always. 100% of the time. So if my kids need me to help them with their homework, I'm helping them with their homework. If they need me because they're not feeling well, I'm there for them. If my wife needs me because she needs my help to do whatever, like help with the kids, or like I cook dinner at home. I'm the one who cooks dinner. I help, like I'm the one who usually helps the kids with their homework. My wife will help as well when she's home, because she works full time. And so, all of that, I got to do all of my family duties before I live stream or record. And so when I live stream, I try to stream, 8, 9 o'clock Eastern time, and I'm done usually by midnight, sometimes later, but knowing that if I stream later than midnight, I'm not going to have time to record. And so then I'm going to have to record early morning. Like, take the kids to school and then record early in the morning. When I would rather, honestly, I'd rather be live streaming early morning instead of recording and uploading early morning. Because if I'm recording and then uploading early morning, then I don't have time to then live stream. So having the help to be able to give me that opportunity to live stream would help to grow the channel, and in the long run, me be able to pay the editors and me be able to pay Zelos and grow this channel into what I want it to be, which is a video game media group of sorts. Like, I would love to have that. Like I said earlier, I would love this channel to be like the Linus Tech Tips of video games, where it's a group and we're working together to continue to grow and to be passionate about what we love, which is video games. Because like that's why I started YouTube, not to grow it into a business, but because of my love for video games. That's why I love doing the podcast talking about video games. That's why I love playing all these other games, because that's what I love to do. And if I get to stream more often, then I get to do what I love to do, as well as what you guys love, which is SAO content or whatever. Like, it gives me the freedom to be able to do both of those things, and then we both win. Like, I win and you guys win, because then you guys get the SAO content that you want, and I get to put out the content for the other games that I want, and we get to continue to grow as a community, and more people will be able to find the channel and join us for all of those other video games. And then maybe you guys get introduced and exposed to new games that you had no idea about. Maybe you see me playing a certain game and you're like, oh, that game looks cool, I want to get that game now. Instead of just focusing on one game all the time, which is kind of what it's turning into again. And I don't want that. I'd never want that at all, because then that gets me tired. It gets me burned out. When you upload to YouTube, can you select a file from an online directory, or is it only local directory? What do you mean, MJ? Like, when I'm uploading a file on YouTube, it's only local on the computer. Like, you can't upload from an outside source, or you can't. So you're probably saying, like, can I upload directly from Dropbox or from Google Drive? The answer to that is no, I cannot. Because you might have issues with copyright infringement and things like that, where YouTube doesn't want to even touch that with a freaking 1,000-foot pole. So that's a no. Like I would have to. It has to be local upload only. But if I give somebody the editor option, they should be able to use, or they should be able to upload directly to YouTube. Just don't publish it. Like, that would be my rule, is to not publish it. So that way I can review it before it gets published and we're good to go. You know, that's the big thing for me. Is like, I need to review it all the time. I need to review it to make sure that what's being uploaded is what I want it to be. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff that I need to think a little bit more about. Just to make sure I have everything in order the way that I want it to be. Let me see. I guess that's true. It's just that the video would probably be up several hours later for you to check if you got someone from Europe, for example. If you recorded something at night for you, it would probably only go live after you wake up the next day or after they come back from work and you have time to check it out. Not to mention they'd still have to edit it after coming back home. Well, here's the thing. Those videos that the editor would be handling, they would be videos that would be scheduled out later on. Those wouldn't be videos that I need immediately. Videos that I need immediately, I handle those. But the editor would handle the videos that I can then schedule out and not have to worry about it. I would try, normally I would try to record all my videos Sunday, Monday, upload them, like edit them, upload them, and then schedule them out throughout the week. With the exception of news videos and usually like SAO news videos as well. It's not... no, my cousin doesn't know anybody who needs editing practice. No, he doesn't. But it's not a problem if they're in... That's why I said it's not a problem if they're in another time zone. And the thing is, like, I'm awake longer than I should be anyways. Like, I don't sleep much. I usually on average get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So all the videos, like, I'll get the videos on my phone, and then I can just watch the videos on my phone to make sure the videos are how I want them to be. You know? So like, even if I'm not at my my computer, I can like, as long as they upload the video and not publish it, then I can review the video and be like, okay, that's good. Then, you know, let me do a thumbnail and all that stuff, and then we're good to go. And that's the other thing too, is I would love somebody to be able to make thumbnails, but I suck at making thumbnails. If the editor is good at making thumbnails, then that would be even better. But I'm trash at thumbnails. I can't, like, I every now and then I'll do a good one, but most of the time my thumbnails are trash. I know that. I'm not good at Photoshop. You know, I do what I can with what I know, but I'm not good at Photoshop. Okay, recording in advance makes it much easier. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I've always strived to do, is record my videos Sunday, Monday, and have it all ready to go, uploaded, all of them by Monday, schedule them out through the rest of the week, and that way there's multiple videos per day. But it just gets so tiring, it really does, because then in between of them, then it's like I don't have the time to do all that, because then I'm also recording and uploading videos in between of those scheduled videos. Thumbnails are fun if you are allowed to be creative with them. I'm sure they are. I'm an artistic person with music and with drawing. I'm not artistic when it comes to digital art. I'm not good with that. So once I'm done with the shenanigans in my area, I can be as free as I want to be. So I might be able to learn more about Photoshop and video editing. Shenanigans in your area? What are you doing? So how's the band? I don't have a band anymore. Like I haven't been in a band in a year. But what's up, Dane? How you doing? Yeah, again, I mean, this wasn't meant to be, how can I put it? This wasn't meant to be a video like me complaining or anything. So I hope you guys didn't take it that way, because definitely not what was intended. This is more of a, like, I need some help one way or the other. I need some help. And and ideally, like I said, I mean, I would love for my cousin to be my editor, but he's too busy. That's why I haven't even asked him, because of how busy he is. I don't know. Like, just something I've been thinking about, guys. Something I've been thinking about. Not like oh, I'm thinking about like leaving or quitting YouTube or anything like that. No. It's a I don't know. By the way, I'm playing a game while watching, so I'm not sure if you missed this, but I believe you can import videos from Google Drive to YouTube. I've never seen that. Can you? Leafa is OP. You've said that like 5 times, and I've said my cousin doesn't know anybody who needs editing practice. And I don't think I would want somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. You know, I would want somebody who knows what they're doing. That's kind of like, that's too risky and it's a waste of time. If somebody's using my videos to practice with, that's a waste of time. I take it as channel update info. Yeah, kind of. Basically, protests becoming more and more bigger, and my area is becoming a war zone. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Not sure if that would help with permissions and safety. I haven't seen being able to upload directly from Google Drive to YouTube. I mean, it would make sense because it's freaking it's YouTube, but let me see. I mean, it's Google, like it's both Google. But see, I don't, because I'm looking at my Google Drive and I don't see any way to upload to YouTube directly. So I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I used to dabble in ways of Photoshop and Premiere since I used to do YouTube back in the day, in case you really need some help. Sorry, my bad. I left the stream a few minutes ago. Well, also, there you go. Yeah, because see, like, if I go to upload video, it's asking me to upload a file directly from my computer. Like, I don't have a way to. Well, hold on. Let me see. Let me pull up Google Drive. Let's see. I don't think it'll let me. Oh, let me get this file right here. Yeah, see, no, it doesn't allow me to. Here from Google Drive. Let's see. See, it says that it's on the right hand side. You see import videos from Google Drive, but that's not even an option anymore. Like, they've changed so much on YouTube, it doesn't give me that option. Because now it's like create, so it's upload video, go live, create post. So yeah, it doesn't give me that option anymore. If I mean, if it was ever there to begin with for me. Yeah, see, it's not there as an option. Huh. Let's see. I've imported from there to YouTube before. Try and fix the IPv9 codec thing that gives your videos better quality. That feature should still exist. Drag and drop. Yeah, it doesn't let me do that. It doesn't let me do anything. As far as like going from direct to Google Drive to the new YouTube studio. Here, let me see. It says, yes, you can go on Google settings and set sync photos and videos from Google Drive. Oh, I have to sync it? I'll mess with that and I'll see if that allows me to do it. You may have to switch to older YouTube Studio. Yeah, but see, that's going away. Like, Creator Studio Classic is going away soon. It's going to be gone, and then there won't be a way to do it. And even there, actually the upload button is still that doesn't change it. So the upload button is still the new upload button. So yeah, that doesn't help. Doesn't help. But it says that I have to sync on my Google account. I don't see anything for that. Let me see, data and personalization. Things you create and do. View all. Let me see. Nope, that's not. It's not helping me. That's not helping me. That doesn't do it. Because it just wants to take me to YouTube. So it's not doing it for me. Gregorios, what's going on? Maybe you need some what if a permission type of thing. The only issue is that I don't know if the Google account has to be connected to your YouTube channel too, and if it does, if the person would have access to the channel that way. If not, that would work. So yeah, your Google account is connected to your YouTube channel. Like if you create a YouTube channel, it's your Google account. But if I give somebody permissions to upload a video through editor, they don't have access to my Google account, so I don't have to worry about that. Rest in peace, old studio. Yeah, that's going away really quick. Thing is, it probably doesn't have to upload anymore. The only issue, like I said, is if the person would have access to the channel, which beats the purpose of playing it safe as well. Well, okay, so I checked it. If I give somebody the permissions to be an editor, they don't they can't do anything except edit videos and stuff like that. So like there is a way for me to do it. I put them as editor, can edit everything, which that's still kind of scary, because if they can edit everything, they can, I don't know if they can edit banners and stuff like that. I mean, if they can, I mean, I can always fix it if they screw that shit up. But they cannot remove other people. They can't add other people. They cannot delete videos or the channel or enter into contracts if I do that. so that that would be okay, because then they don't have control of anything. They'd be able to upload, but then they can't delete. Phantom Boss, what's up, bro? What's up? How you doing? I meant the editor's Google account, so you could use his Google Drive to upload to your channel without giving the editor any access. No. I mean, if I have them as an editor and they can upload directly for me, just not publish it. Like, that would be the thing. They upload it, but do not publish the video, because I would want it to be scheduled out, number one. Number two, I would want to make sure that the video is to my liking, the way that kind of like to keep how the channel is, type of deal. Can they can publish the video, but I wouldn't want them to publish the video, just to do the editing, to upload the videos and things like that. Like that's because that's what I need to relieve some of the stress that I have. Because again, like I said, I'm looking at March, and I'm like, it's a doomsday clock for me. It's counting down. It's gonna be super freaking busy, that I won't be able to handle everything for me. And then the other thing too is, like, I would love to have like stream highlight videos. Like, I would love to have stream highlight videos of, like, you know, us having fun on stream, and, you know, taking like the Twitch clips and putting it together in like a highlight reel for the week or something like that. Like, I would love for them to do that as well. That would be a lot of fun to kind of like have like a recap of the week type of deal. Because I mean, I want to grow the channel more and branch out more, and I cannot do that if I'm tied down as much as I am. Phantom Boss, you use Sony Vegas 14 Pro. I didn't know you do editing. I didn't know you did editing, but see, you're getting in here kind of late. The thing is that I can't afford to pay anybody. That's my problem, is that I cannot afford to pay anybody to do it right now. Once I'm making enough that I can, then by all means I will, because I don't like not paying somebody for their work. That's not fair to them. You know, that's not right. That's as a business owner, as a manager for many different businesses and retail and stuff like that, I would not feel right not paying anybody. You know, like I said, Zelos, I feel bad enough not paying Zelos to do video game reviews. He says he's more than happy to do it, and because he gets paid in video games. But it's still kind of hurts me to not be able to pay him, and I would really like to. Like, I'm gonna send him a video game today. Like, I'm gonna ship out a game for him as like a thank you gift, kind of like a late Christmas gift, because I can do that, but I'd like to do more for people who work for the channel. You know, I would love to do more, because I would love to grow to the point that I can do more. I can pay somebody and be financially stable to afford that. You know, that's what I would love to do. As it is, I wait to I plan everything out as much as I possibly can as far as my budget goes, so that way I can buy things to improve the quality of the live streams, so that way I can buy the games that I want to play on the live streams and stuff like that. And like even like small quality of life things for me to make my life easier or better, that, you know, I do that because it relieves stress on me. So like sitting here in a chair, I bought this, or my wife bought me this chair because I needed a new chair. My back was hurting with my old chair. And so she bought me this chair, and this chair is super comfortable. I love it. I like it. It doesn't, my back doesn't hurt, but my back was hurting because of the way that my microphone was before. Like I didn't have this, the microphone arm that I have now. I didn't have this. You know, my microphone sat in front of me on a little tripod in front of me. That's how my microphone was before. It was either on this tripod or it was like on a microphone stand, because like this microphone comes with a microphone stand. And so I would have to constantly like lean forward to use my microphone, or I would have to kind of like raise up the gain on the microphone, which then affected the audio quality of the microphone. And so I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I took my YouTube paycheck and I bought the microphone arm and the pop filter. And to me, the audio sounds so much better now because the gain's not turned up tremendously on the microphone or on OBS. So the audio sounds so much better. And it's a small little quality of life thing that this cost me $20. $20 for the microphone arm and the pop filter, and it's quality of life because now sorry, I hit the desk. I get to like sit normal on a chair and move this closer to me and not have to lean forward or anything, and it's a quality of life upgrade for me. That's the type of stuff that like I need to be doing is small quality of life things that make everything better. And having an editor is that quality of life change to make things better for me, for the channel, and to be able to grow. No, I have no idea what your setup is, Phantom Boss. I think, no, you know what? We did talk about it one time before. I just don't remember, because we were talking how you were going to give Omni, because you had recently upgraded your computer, and you were going to give Omni like your old PC parts, because that would have been an upgrade for him. I remember we were talking about it. I just don't remember what your setup is, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind doing it for free for a while so I could keep my skills in check. I've been searching for a job around editing and stuff, so doing something like this would actually benefit me a lot. I've said before, Phantom Boss, you live in Florida, don't you? Anyways, I've said before that I would love to have, or to have the channel at a point where, like I said, that the channel is basically Linus Tech Tips, but for gaming. All right, MJ, I'll catch you later, dude. That's what I would love the channel to be at, and that's what I'm aiming for. Okay, that's what I'm aiming for in the long run. I mean, obviously that's not gonna happen. Oh, you're in Texas, okay. I can't remember who was in Florida. That's one of the mods that I know. Anyways, you know, I know it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take a long time, but the more that I can do, the faster that I can put out quality content, the better things are in the long run. Oh, nice. I like that. That's very nice, dude. Very nice. It's clean too. You don't want to see my desk. I'm so overwhelmed with stuff. Like, okay, so when a person's mindset gets overwhelmed, it bleeds out into their everyday life. If your mind is a mess, like if your thoughts are all cluttered and stuff, it's gonna show in your everyday life. So like if you look at my desk right now, it's a freaking mess because my thoughts are a mess right now because of how I like how I want to do things. So trying to organize my thoughts is really difficult for me right now because I'm overwhelmed. So it bleeds out into everything. Like looking at my desk, it's a freaking mess. I've got 5 controllers on my desk right now. I don't know why I have 5 controllers on my desk. I have 5 controllers on my desk. I have a PS4 controller. No, I have 2 PS4 controllers. Why do I have 2 PS4 controllers on my desk? I have 2 Nintendo Switch controllers, and then I have the Moga controller that Power A sent me for me to review, which I haven't done that review. I need to. I haven't done it. You know, like things like that. Like I need to get to certain things, and I can't do it. I don't have the time to do it with everything that I do. And so having an editor would relieve that stress, would relieve that pressure from me. But again, I don't, it hurts me to not be able to pay an editor. And yes, I have, there's I think like 1 or 2 people from Florida who are mods, but I don't know them personally. You know, I don't know them personally. I have an Elite and a regular Xbox controller. Well, see, I have a PS4 controller because I'll bring my PS4 in here, so I can play my games and stuff like that. And then I have a Switch controller in here, so I can play my games and things like that. I have a Moga controller, so I can review it and play my games on my PC and all of that. The other Switch controller, I think I brought that in today from the living room. That was kind of my bad. Like I already have a controller here, but whatever. Kazoo Gaming, what's going on? But yeah, my desk is a mess. Like I've got receipts on here. I've got video games all over my desk. I've got drinks. I got my tablet sitting over there. Why don't I have my tablet sitting over there? I have no idea. You know, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And like I'd like to be more organized just in my life and having somebody to help me at least to organize YouTube stuff as far as editing goes, then that's it right there. That would help me so much to free up so much of my time. And that, you know, that's what I'm aiming for. Honestly, it's literally on an Xbox One and in every room on my house. Oh, you have an Elite and a regular Xbox controller. Okay, those Elite controllers are supposed to be really nice. I'm sure you have over 10 arms and 8 of them are invisible. Oh yeah, because I mean, not to mention, like I said, I mean, I have a family. I have my kids and you know, I have work. Because I do work. You know, I have clients that I go see. Not every day, but I have work that I do, and I get paid very well for it too. You know, I just need to. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is I need an editor. I do. I order pizza only once a month, but when I do, always watching your videos. That's funny because I ordered pizza last night. I didn't have time to cook. I didn't have time to cook last night, so I ordered pizza last night. I am cooking tonight. I'm making pot roast in the oven tonight. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, I need an editor. Basically, your brain is like a Google browser. 15 tabs are open, 4 of them are frozen, and you have no clue where the freaking music from all of the... Pretty much. Because it reflects into how I play video games, too. Because, so, like, yo, dude, I have Rising Steel is stable on the channel for right now. And I'm playing Resident Evil 4 on live streams for you guys. I'm also playing Resident Evil Revelations 2. I'm also wanting to continue playing Death Stranding. Like, I bought it because I wanted to play it, and I played it for like 6 hours and put it down because I had to do other things. So it's things like that. Like I don't. I would like to have more time for streaming. I want to have more time for streaming. I want to be putting out 2-3 videos a day. And I need an editor who's willing to understand what I'm looking for. I need an editor who is willing to work with me as far as like working for free or whatever, I can afford to pay them for their time. It's Phantom Boss, if you're willing to do it. I don't know how busy you are. That's the other thing too, is like everybody's busy in their life, everybody's busy in their own dealing for things. I don't know, Phantom Boss, I don't know if you edit for other people or other YouTubers or not, because I know that some of the people that I know who do editing, they edit for bigger YouTubers. I would not ask them to edit for me because that would take away from their income. So like, I know who does some of the editing for DeMonty, but I wouldn't ask him to do it because he has his own YouTube channel on top of editing for DeMonty. I would love my cousin, like I said many times, I would love my cousin to edit for me, but he's busy working a full-time job as well as running his own YouTube channel and live streaming himself. I would love to have a studio, man. I would love to have a studio here, or close to where I live or whatever. Like my wife and I are trying to buy a house this year. That's what we want to do. We want to buy a house this year. You learned from Nas? Yeah, see, Nas is who I was talking about, who edits DeMonty's videos. But my wife and I want to buy a house this year. And the idea when we buy a house is to convert the garage into a studio. Like that's what I want to do. Whatever house we buy, if it has a normal 2-car garage, I want to convert it into a room for me to use as a studio for YouTube. And I would love to have a local people to work with me and grow the channel the way that I want to grow it. Have you ever heard of the game Escape from Tarkov? No, I haven't. Did I watch the newest SAO episodes? I'm on like episode 9. Tried Revolution 2, but I quit because I never understood what I had to do back then. What's Revolution 2? Like the game? I don't know why I picked this up. So this is my old microphone from back in the day. This is from the new arm that I just got, because this doesn't fit on my microphone that I'm using. This microphone still works freaking boss, man. This thing is awesome. As old as it is, it's a solid microphone. This thing is 13 years old, I want to say. No. Yeah, 13 years old. I have a 3-bedroom house. One room is strictly for my videos addiction. I have a mini fridge, on my figurines, all my collector's editions, on my posts. Yeah, that's basically what this room is, but this room is small. And I'm sharing this room with my wife. And so we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a 2-car garage on a 1/4-acre lot, but we're renting. So we want to buy a house. We want to buy a 4-bedroom house with a 2-car garage. That's what we want. That's what we're going to be looking for, is a 4-bedroom house with a 2-car garage. So that way I can take the 2-car garage and convert it into another room and use that room for my studio. And if I hire people, like that studio will have a door to lead outside. So that way, if I hire people like locally, or maybe like if people want to move to the area or whatever, if the channel's big enough, then we, that would be the studio, that would be the workspace where we're doing all of our work. That's ideally what I would want, at least until like we outgrow that, and then that could be my home studio. Like that's the thing. I'd like to start growing this as a business. It's 3 years. This is the 3rd year. It's already, like, I've already been treating it like a business. I started it as a hobby, and it became more. I'm pushing 10K subs, which that doesn't seem like a lot, but for somebody who has 10K subs, my channel is very busy. I'm pushing almost 2,000 videos now in the 3 years. By the time my 3-year anniversary comes around, I will have uploaded 2,000 videos to my channel. 2,000 videos. That is a lot of videos. And I'm proud of that. I am very proud of that. Last year, because we're now in 2020. So last year I celebrated hitting 1 million views on the channel. And this year, we're going to hit 2 million views on the channel much faster than we hit that 1 million view on the channel mark, which is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. I didn't even think that was really going to happen as quick as it is. So all of that, like I said, I have goals that I want to obtain, and I need people who want to obtain those goals with me and grow with me. So if I have that team, so to speak, then it can work. YouTube is lazy at premonitions? Premonitions? You mean promotions? So, Phantom, if you're interested, let me know. Other people have reached out saying that they're interested. Let me know. I'd like to see videos that people have edited and stuff like that. I think that's the best way to handle it, is send me a portfolio, so to speak. Let me see your work. Like, if you're interested, let me see your work. You know how to reach me, through Discord or Twitter. I have my DMs open. I don't typically like getting DM'd if it's for nonsense, but if it's for work stuff, business stuff, or, YouTube related, or if somebody legit needs my help, then I'm okay with that. So, Phantom, hit me up. I'm gonna get out of here for right now because I gotta start prepping dinner. But yeah, Phantom Boss, if you're interested, hit me up. If anybody else is interested, hit me up. Thank you so much for your time. This went on longer than what I actually intended it to, but thank you so much for your time, guys. I appreciate you guys hearing me out, letting me not vent, but kind of just speak my mind about what I need, where I'm at. And thank you all for your continued support for everything, guys. Like, this channel doesn't exist without you guys. Like, for real. The channel does not exist without you guys. Not one bit. So anyways, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys once again. I will see you guys later on. There's not much to do in Rising Steel right today. Probably Monday there will be. So I'm probably going to take the day off from Rising Steel, so that way we can continue playing Resident Evil 4 and finish that. Because I mean, we're not going to finish it tonight, but I would like to finish Resident Evil 4 as quickly as possible. But I'm going to head out, guys. I will see you all later on today. Peace out for now. And like I said, those of you guys who are interested, let me know. Peace out.